What's going on, YouTube universe? My channel is mostly about how to stand-up comedy, but it's also about um, how to life, how to grow cannabis, how to, all the things that I know about. Tonight we're going to talk about something I know about a lot about, and that's narcissism. We're going to call this Ask a Narcissist. I like to consider myself a recovering narcissist, if you will. And the thing about narcissists that a lot of people don't understand is most narcissists are completely unaware that they're even a narcissist. That's how deep narcissism really is. I didn't know for a long time. For a lot of years we didn't even call people narcissists. There wasn't a formal word that was used and accepted. You were just an asshole. And it was kind of at times it was cool to be an asshole. But then you take asshole to narcissistic levels, and it becomes not cool anymore. And I was speaking with a friend tonight who is in a relationship with a very narcissistic person, and we were discussing the inner workings of what that looks like, and trying to give her a point of view of how he's looking at things. And the other thing with narcissists are not only do we feel fully justified in whatever action or behavior that we're partaking in, or we are inflicting on somebody else, we feel completely justified doing so. And if by any chance something starts to sneak in there saying, this is a little fucked up, maybe you shouldn't be, going this direction with it, or that's just not fair, that's not kind, that's not right, we will immediately shut that down. And our brain is wired and programmed, I believe. I don't know if this shit's scientific or not. I can just tell you how it works. It's immediately wired to shut that out, suppress that, push it down, get it the hell away from here. The only thing that makes us feel good is to continue to make others feel bad. And it's because we feel bad. And like I say, I'm not making excuses for it. I'm saying that we're not even aware of it. And the only reason I'm aware of it, and I'm here to tell anybody who has a narcissist in their life that the odds aren't good. I am one of the absolute fortunate ones of the people that got tired of being that way. I got tired of, no matter what acclaim as a stand-up comedian I had, or how many friends I had, I started to alienate everybody around me. And most narcissists wind up doing that. And then they leave themselves on a survivor island, if you will, that consists of them and other narcissists. Usually there's a hierarchy of narcissists too. So, a narcissist to the, extreme levels will have a bunch of underling yes men. Let's just call them yes men, that cheer the narcissist on, the main narcissist, while these other ones are really in narcissist boot camp. They've got a little bit of the manipulation, they got a little bit of the control stuff, they got a little bit of all the elements of being a narcissist. They just really haven't honed their craft. And I know that sounds odd, but it's really what happens and how it goes. And if you know anybody intimately, or and I say intimately, not so much sexually, but on a deep enough level, and you can see the structure of their friends and all of that, you can kind of tell where the narcissist is in the overall scheme of narcissism, if you will. I mean, are they new to it and just testing the waters? Or are they they're in the water and they're working it? And are they advanced level, or are they just like I was, a master? I was able to operate with impunity for a long time as a narcissist. Narcissists tend to take hostages. We don't really have partners that are they're willing, and it's not we're forcing somebody into a relationship with us. We're not, but we are. I wasn't one that made the person I was with feel bad by the words that, like, I wouldn't tell them they were ugly. I wouldn't tell them nobody will love you or anything like that. I created an environment that was conducive to having people believe that the only reason they were existing, or that all of this was happening, was because of me. And I had the absolute right people there for the absolute wrong reasons. I was married for 25 years to my high school sweetheart, and 4 children and everything else, and sure, there was her part and stuff too, but all I can speak to here is my part. And without knowing things and looking back on it now, and having done a lot of work on myself, and that's the other thing, most won't do it because it takes a lot of work. It takes a ton of work. Takes you looking at a lot of things you really don't want to fucking see, and you really don't want to deal with. You certainly don't want to have to look at the damage you've done to people. And the only thing that I could do was remove myself from all of those people I harmed. My wife, my children, anybody who I'll say at that time had the misfortune of knowing me. I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm trying to hopefully help you all understand a little bit better exactly what you're dealing with, and how deep this goes, and how a lot of it, I don't know where it comes from. I don't know if it was drilled and ingrained into us somehow, at an early age, or what. But we come almost pre-equipped with all of the necessary tools to be a narcissist. We know how to rationalize and justify our actions, our behaviors. We know how to turn the blame on you. We know how to make this your problem. We know how to wield control by any means necessary. We don't differentiate between someone who is a willful participant, that if given everything this person needed in life without you, would they stay? And the answer is no. So we create an environment that for one reason or another, you have to stay. You have to, go along to get along. I had a buddy that told me one time he was speaking of sexual partners, and that's another thing, is if you're in a relationship with a narcissist, the sexual dynamic, that's a whole different topic for a whole different video. It's just the sexual dynamic of being with a narcissist, and I'll be 110% honest about that as well. If that's a topic that somebody wants to hear about, I'll certainly talk about it. I'll at any time, I'll answer questions. If you want to leave a question in the comment section, I will answer it. If you don't want to put it out there, please send me an email, and I will answer it honestly. A lot of the things that I'm going to say, because I do answer honestly, are going to be ugly. extremely ugly. That's what narcissism is. And when you hear the truth about it, it's going to be even uglier because it's going to ring so true to you. And you're going to know that everything you felt is absolutely correct. And that having that information is a lot for some people, because as someone underneath the thumbnail of a narcissist, you've had to program yourself a whole lot to be able to endure all of the abuse, and that's tough for me to even at this point for me to vocalize. I acknowledge it, and I know in my brain that's what it was, but it's still tough to say that it's abuse, and that most narcissists would go, well, it's not abuse. I didn't hit them. I didn't put my hands on them. I didn't force anybody to do anything. Look at all the value and benefit they got out of being with me. How's that abuse? Well, it is, My buddy said, go back to what he said. He was talking about, being with a sexual partner. He said he would rather have enthusiastic participation than begrudging acquiescence. And I looked at that from a narcissistic point of view, and I didn't understand what was wrong with begrudging acquiescence. Fucking sick. I said, well, hey, my needs are met. Whether you want to be happy about it or not, I'm not in charge of your happiness. See how fucked up we are? I'm not in charge of your happiness. I'm not responsible for whether you enjoyed this. It's all up to you. It's your own experience. It's just, it's so deep, and it's so, the roots are just so deep, and it's tough to overcome. It can be overcame, and I don't know that I'll be cured of it, and I still have parts of me and the ego that come back, and for me and any narcissist, the ego is the gateway, the pathway to the rest of the behaviors, and there's so many dynamics to being a narcissist, and narcissism grows and thrives in all areas of our lives, and in all of those areas of our lives. I'm at 13 minutes. I want you all to subscribe, please, and leave some comments. I don't care about subscribing or liking or anything like that, really. Leave some comments. Please let me help you. At least let me help you understand this a little bit better. Let me confirm or reaffirm things that you probably already know, and I will give you the basis behind it. Why they give me specifics. Why did so-and-so do this? Why did they respond this way? And I will tell you, from a narcissistic standpoint, I will go back to that. I will go back to that person because he's still there. I know where he lives. I do. I know where he lives. And I'll go back there. I hate that place anymore. But I will go back there if it helps anybody else. And, I probably will never get to tell my wife these things, my ex-wife, these things. So hopefully, maybe by helping some other people, that I can maybe let the universe give her a little piece, and others that I've harmed. So please hit the subscribe button, like it, comment, ask me some questions. Let's talk about narcissism. It's not pretty, but it's there. It's not going anywhere. You need the tools to be able to see it. You need the tools to be able to defeat it. You need the tools to be able to be you. Thanks. We'll see you next time.